You're very
Senators back from council to deputies.
I will. Okay, I've had two other things happen. I have a proposal from a person in the community that would like to take over looking at the memorial gardens in Port Franks as well as the turtle garden that was put in last year. They will maintain it for 5 years, no cost to us. It's something that I'm going to recommend, goes back to Councillor Illman and myself to the Communities in Bloom because we're working with all these groups as goes. And I'll bring a little bit more back about that later, but I just wanted to mention that. Third thing I have is the Port Franks Camera Club is taking part in the studio tour. And on May the 12th and the 13th, they would like to have the fee waived for the hall rental. They're a non-profit organization that is they're our partner as an Optimist group. So they've asked that I bring in and ask if we could have that waived. So do I need to make a motion to do that? Yes? I'd like to make a motion that on May the 12th and the 13th that we waive the fee at the Port Franks Community Center. This is an extra venue that's going to be used, and there's a number of groups that will be able to come into it. It's just part of the studio tour that I believe has been around for a bit. Yes. I moved it.
6 years.
6 years?
6 years.
Okay, thank you.
Moved and seconded that we waive the fee for the camera club for the studio.
Yeah, it'll be about I think it's about $143 or $150 this year.
Staff can authorize.
Just not really, but a little bit to this motion, when we had our protocols and procedures discussion, this is kind of part and parcel of this around if you have affiliated clubs or whatever that are working with you, it'd be nice to give staff the direction. It does not have to come to council, something like this.
Okay, then I will make the direction to staff.
Well, you missed the protocol and procedures.
Well,
You'll be at the next one.
I would like them to be able to.
See what a week away can
So
do.
you withdraw the motion, and you'll withdraw the seconding of that motion.
Yeah, well, you seconded, you were at the procedures of planning board.
Don't get feisty.
Okay,
And that's it, thank you.
Councillor Russell.
Last week I was invited to speak to the garden club down in Port Franks and had a really nice time. It wasn't a nice night, but we had a nice crowd, and I was glad to report that they forced me to start making my mushrooms again. So, but
Magic.
well, that's not quite magic. I'm not allowed to call them that. But anyways, it was did a little historical talk on open spaces. I called it from Robin Hood to Communities in Bloom, and
She may marry?
Robin Hood.
She has a laser, she'll bow and arrow.
You have no idea how you cut me the cord.
Oh.
When you make reference to Maid Marian. When I was a kid, my little friends and I played Robin Hood. And I could never be Robin Hood or Maid Marian, I had to be Friar Tucker.
That's why you work out so much today.
I wish I would have known that before I made my
Stick twin.
I wish I would have known that before I made my speech.
Anyway.
Anything else, Councillor Russell?
Well, I just wanted to say it's very nice because Robin Hood is sort of a historical figure, and I was so proud to be part of Community in Bloom, but I didn't know that story. I could have told that story. But anyways, it was a nice evening. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Deputy Mayor Dag?
Yes, I have two things. First of all, I just want to express gratitude to the staff and to those who were on council that actually took time out to meet with Jessica Vanswell last Monday. She was a representative of the St. Clair Regional Conservation Authority, and she was doing a tour of the area. And there's some interesting proposals that conservation has for a lot of different possible venues, but particularly the agricultural community with monies or matching grant monies, which would be available for some implementation of best management practices in the rural area. So she's going to come and do a presentation to council to explain to all of us what that involves, but there are monies coming down the pipe, which is attractive. And she is the water quality technician. She has a 6-month contract, so she's trying to get a lot accomplished in 6 months. So with the hope that she'll stay on longer because she's quite a bright girl. But in addition to that, I attended the source water protection meeting today, and although we're not considered a high-risk area like some of the other municipalities because the water intakes are not right in our municipality, there are some interesting things that could impact us in the long term, and there will be risk management officers that will be delegated for our area as well. So there may be some significant groundwater recharge areas or some highly vulnerable areas that are found within our area because we feed into the lake, we feed into the area which will go into the water intake as well. So we don't know what this is going to involve long term, but I have some concerns about not a very well set out appeal process to my understanding yet, and as well, there's not a cap on the economic impact on any landowner. I hope it doesn't affect us, but if there came a point where a risk management officer was requiring a lot of things to be done by a landowner, then they would have to bear that cost at this point. There is not a cap, there's not a threshold at which the government is going to step in. And there really isn't any monies that they've allocated specifically for these kind of changes. They're hoping that they can negotiate and say, you can do some of these less expensive steps. You can take some of these less expensive steps, but and fulfill enough and reduce the impact enough to bring it into under a threshold. But I think we're going to have to give this some consideration and be ready to advocate for our citizens before it is finalized. Now, they have to have it to the Ministry of Environment by the 20th of August, and there will be public meetings starting after the 14th of March, and we have to be listening to what the public says and be ready to pass a motion or something to give them clear direction on what we want as a municipality.
So we have representatives on that source water board. You on the council?
Is Jerry still our representative?
Never heard anything from Jerry, I don't know.
In terms of, that was the meeting that was over in
Park.
are we getting a report, do you know, Mr. Mayor, for these application ideas and stuff? If in fact these are some of the things that would affect us, are we getting a report before the public meetings, or was it just an open house? But I know it was for the political people today, right?
Political people today, and then this afternoon was the not public for the
Just municipal.
for staff,
Mhm.
city staff.
Are we getting, like, for example, are we getting, I mean, they've been doing source water testing now for, like, at the well at the museum for 8 years now, at least.
No, it's been that long. It
It's
started
been a long,
started from the, really in the last, probably 5, I guess, yeah.
it's tough.
Maybe more than that now.
But anyways, I guess this is where they've come up with what
Mhm.
the deputy is making comment to by doing these test wells, then they get a picture, right? And now they're coming to recommendations. I'm just wondering, is there a report that gives us a, as,
We'll find out what's coming to us.
yeah, that'd be kind of nice so that we can understand where you were going there.
Mhm.
I know ABCA as well as Lake, as well as St. Clair are,
Yeah. Mhm.
Councilor Underwood.
Yeah, through you, Mr. Mayor, to the deputy mayor. Last year I came back from the Lake Huron County Water Source Board, and initially, within the next year, it's going to be downloading these costs to municipalities and counties.
Mhm.
This is the plan, and it's going to happen, so it would really be a good idea to get on the ground floor, see exactly what we're going to be spending, how much we're going to have to send to anti-office.
Mhm.
We'll get those updates, we'll find out what's in the plan.
It's coming from you.
Mhm.
Okay? Is there another?
Yes, and just to let you know on that, there was pre-consultation materials that were given to us, right? So that's not to specifically how it's going to impact us. I asked for some type of a summary of the issues that they found in our municipality. They said that they couldn't give us any specifics because of privacy issues, of course, but they could give us generalities about you had 10 of these and 4 of these, and you're going to have, these are things that you're going to have to deal with. So they did give us some assurance, at least at that point, that we would get some information.
Okay. Councilor Cook?
I attended a meeting last week. I was invited to a group of concerned farmers regarding the wind turbines in the area. This talk was specifically about the leases that the farmers have signed and the negative effects that can have on their land property and the uses that can go along with it. I know our hands are still tied here at the municipality. That's basically what my position was when I was spoken to. but I just noticed that the other day, the OFA